What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm trying to catch up on some of these stories I was supposed to do this past week, and this is one of them, and it's sickening. Now, I'm going to show you something. There's a big difference in being a father and being a dad. You see this man up here? This guy right here ain't neither. This guy right here is 31-year-old Christopher Greger, who's presently on trial in New Jersey. Shout out New Jerusalem, you know what I'm saying? For the death of his 6-year-old son, Corey McColio. If I said that right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. In 2021, ladies and gentlemen, this man ran this boy on a treadmill, right? To the point of exhaustion, where he fell multiple times and hurt himself. Later on, he wound up succumbing to an untimely death. Some claim it was pneumonia, but it was lasting effects due to the trauma and abuse he put up with this man who was his father by title, who recently came back into his life and told him he was fat. Ain't that a bitch? Check out this story, and we're going to come back and do what we do. Because I'm going to tell you something. There are a lot of people out here that try to live vicariously through their children, and the problems that they have in their lives, they put it on their kids, and some of the stuff, the treatment they give their kids, they need to treat their own self that, because they're the one that's dissatisfied. Take a look at this crap.
Now, some heartbreaking video of a boy on a treadmill, but prosecutors say not by choice. They say his dad was forcing him to run during months of abuse that ultimately led to the boy's death. Now the dad is on trial, and as the video was shown, the boy's mother sobbed on the stand. Les Trent has our report, and we warn you the details are upsetting.
The shocking video will break your heart. It shows a little boy running as fast as he can on a treadmill. The video was played at the murder trial of the boy's father, 31-year-old Christopher Greger. Little Corey was an adorable youngster, but his father allegedly thought he was fat and forced him to lose weight by running on the treadmill in the gym in their apartment building in Barnegat, New Jersey. Corey's mother broke down in court as the tape was played, watching her son fall off the treadmill.
We're not showing you the most disturbing parts. It's just too upsetting. But the video played for the jury shows Corey unable to keep up with the treadmill's pace and falling down again and again, only to have his father put him back on.
Corey died 12 days later. The autopsy said there was evidence of chronic abuse. Corey's mom was asked about a phone call she had with the boy's father.
He told me Corey wasn't feeling good. That night he was lethargic and he was throwing up and his legs hurt.
Did the defendant tell you where he was taking Corey?
He said he was going to the hospital. He was taking Corey to the hospital.
Ashley Wilcott is covering the case for Court TV.
You can't even imagine what it must be like to lose your child. But then add to that, this is a father who only came into the child's life a few years ago. This is a father that she has believed is abusing her child and has reported it appropriately to the Child Welfare Agency. And yet she is still having to bury her son. It's really unimaginable.
The dad's defense team claims the boy died of natural causes from complications of pneumonia. He faces life in prison if convicted.
All right, guys, that's the story of what happened to young Corey Michiolo, age 6. Now, I'm going to tell you something. His defense lawyer, the father, Christopher Gregor, his defense lawyer is trying to say, oh, he had pneumonia and he died from complications of that. Say what you will. They said he had signs of physical abuse on him. Not that the father was beating him up, but I guess, like, you know, from what he went through on that treadmill, among other things, grueling fitness stuff that his dad put him through. Now, I want you guys to take a look at this picture of this little boy right here. Look at him. Does he look fat to you? No. You seen in that video played by Court TV, shout out to Court TV. That was the full video. Prior to that, the dad is over there working out while he got his son running on the treadmill at a high pace, but it was a manageable pace for the little boy to keep up. Then you see the father come over there and start talking to him. Then turn the thing up, the treadmill, to where he can't even keep up. Think about that. He falls off, picks him back up. Falls off a couple of more times, hitting his face in the process. Tell me any of you people out there that have ever tried to run on an already running treadmill. It's dangerous. They'll throw you out of a gym for that. But in the apartment gym or a home gym where ain't no supervision, he can get them kind of antics off. He brutalized his child. I'm going to tell you something. That your fat shit, he got a hell of a nerve. Did you see him standing there? Did you see his form, which I didn't show? If you get a chance to go to Court TV, go look at the video because I didn't want to use their whole video. Some of the exercises he was doing, he had incorrect form. And did you look at his body? I guarantee you, at that little boy at 6 years old, and you, if you took your shirts off, his body fat percentage is lower than yours. So who the fuck are you calling fat with the dad bod? He was up there doing hanging leg raises and wasn't even coming up to a full 45 or 90-degree position. His form was all off. Trust me, I go to the gym. I know. I went to the gym. Man, people have a lot of stuff to where they want to put things into their children that shouldn't be on them at a young age. How many of you people out there were fat kids when you were young? And then you got skinny as you got older? I'm one. You never know how your DNA going to kick in as you get older and puberty and stuff hasn't set in. But if you do have a problem with your child and he wasn't even obese, let alone morally obese, you could have worked with his dieting. You go to any pediatrician, the first thing they talk about is what? What you feed the kid. He ain't got to work out at 6 years old. Why you think it ain't a bunch of babies in the gym? Because his bones and stuff are still growing. But this dad want to be seen and want to, seen a certain way and feel a certain way. And he put it on his kid. This guy's an asshole. He need to not be let out of jail. Did you hear all that sniffling in that thing? The woman got to recount the time her son came home from the gym, messed up, lethargic and everything else. Like she said, what's wrong with him? Oh, he said he was lethargic, out of his mind, throwing up, cramping, his legs hurt. Typical of what I went through with food poisoning. No 6-year-old little boy should have to go through that. He don't understand. And the thing that's heartbreaking is this: little boys love their father. They love their dad. That little boy did not cry. He tried his best to get back up on that thing to impress his dad. Why? Because he saw someone greater than himself that he wanted to be like. This asshole didn't even see it. If you wanted him to lose weight, if you thought he was so skinny, you could have put him in sports. Could have put him in sports or dealt with his diet. You could have gave him on a plate three different feedings. You could have gave him a little bit of carbs, controlled his carbs, gave him 60% vegetables and 30% protein, and you could have worked that out. Weighed him every 2 weeks. It was simple. You want him to lose weight. He a kid, he's 6 years old. He not lazy. He gonna run out there and burn his calories. Think about that. But you wanted to put your own sort of training into him. You gave that man, a grown man, Olympic sprinter workout at 6 fucking years old. For that, you need to be put behind bars and have the shit beat out of you. What kind of man are you? That's sickening behavior. I don't know if you guys have ever ran till you can't run no more, but that's what that little boy went through. And then the part that hurts me is after he did that to him, you know what he did? Grabbed his towel. walked out the door. You didn't sit down with him. You didn't talk with him. You didn't try to tell him he did a good job or nothing. You walked out the door and then went out the door first, didn't even look back. He could have collapsed and fell out. You just making him follow you because you feel it make you feel powerful. Dudes are weak, man. A lot of dudes are weak, and that's fucked up behavior. I get on here and I talk about a lot of parents, and a lot of times the single mothers I'll be talking about, but there are dudes out here that do the same stupid ass shit. If somebody put you on that treadmill, your bitch ass would have fell out first 5 minutes. Then they turned it up on you. That boy had a hoodie and a sweatshirt on, and you turned it up and made him try to run like a baby deer. What the fuck is wrong with you? No leniency. No tolerance for dumb shit. He's sitting up in there, face stoic as hell while he watching it. Mother crying in the back because you wrecked creation. Damn shame. She gave you access to the kid for you to put what's best in you into that child, and you fucked it up. Get no respect from me. None. What kind of dad does that? It was simpler ways to make him lose weight if you thought he was fat. Y'all could have went on a diet together. He wanted to be like you. You could have set an example, but you didn't. You're fat. Who fucking says that to a 6-year-old? You putting shame and taxes on a baby. Your baby. This guy I hope he get, like they said, he can face like, I hope he get that shit. I hope he get that shit. I don't see you looking like motherfucking the bodybuilder and turning heads on the fucking Jersey Shore. Why the fuck should he at 6 years old? I hope that family finds justice. I'd put his bitch ass on a treadmill at 5 miles an hour and make him run steady, and I'd play Chariots of Fire 300 times on repeat. And if he stopped, I'd fucking shoot the shit out of his ass and make him get back up there. I'd shock him with a cattle prod. Get the fuck back up there. I'd make him run to his heart, bust out through his throat. People are ignorant. And they don't think about the stuff that they put their kids through. He walked out like it was nothing. That workout you did was nothing compared to your son. And then you walked out like, you know, you the sum of all things. And your child ain't shit. Didn't even give him time to rest. How many of y'all have ever been on a treadmill and y'all get that thing called runner's high where you run for a while and then you get off and then you get lightheaded. And like everything spins as soon as you stop running. You don't think that could happen to him? You walk right out. But you wouldn't know that because your fat ass don't get up there and run, but you're going to sit up there and call a 6-year-old boy fat. You ain't putting that stress and strain of getting in shape, real shape on yourself, but you put it on your baby. Fuck you. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.